You finished Stranger Things. The monsters are gone for now. But the craving for something stranger, darker, and more dangerous is still there. If you want shows with creepy towns, brutal twists, supernatural chaos, and people who absolutely should have stayed home, this list is for you. Here are 15 shows to watch after Stranger Things. 1. It. Welcome to Derry. Before Pennywise haunted children in sewers, Derry was already cursed. This series doesn't start with a clown. It starts with patterns. Children disappearing every 27 years. Adults suddenly forgetting their own kids. Entire massacres explained away as accidents. It. Welcome to Derry digs into the town's blood-soaked past, uncovering decades of disappearances, mass hallucinations, and unexplained deaths that adults conveniently ignored. Kids go missing, people snap, and something ancient feeds on fear over generations. And once you realize why it needs children, you won't look at playgrounds the same way again. But if you think that's disturbing, the next show doesn't just trap a town, it traps time itself. 2. Dark. A child goes missing, and that's the least horrifying thing that happens. Soon, people discover caves that let you travel through time. And every time someone tries to fix the past, they create something worse. Parents become children. Children become their own ancestors. Love turns into betrayal across generations. People hang themselves to preserve timelines. Murders happen because they have to happen. This isn't sci-fi. It's psychological torture disguised as a mystery. And once you realize who everyone really is, you'll wish you never pressed play. But what if time travel isn't the trap? What if you're trapped somewhere with no escape at all? Dark is a German sci-fi thriller about a missing child that spirals into time travel, family secrets, and mind-bending twists. It's darker, more complex, and far more intense than Stranger Things. But it scratches the same itch of interconnected mysteries and small-town dread. If you love the upside-down lore and layered storytelling, this one will hook you fast. 3. From. People drive into a town, and the road loops forever. No matter how far they drive, they always come back. At night, creatures knock on doors. They look human. They smile. They whisper your name, using voices of people you trust. If you let them in, they don't kill you quickly. They tear you apart slowly. The town offers no answers. The monsters don't explain themselves, and hope gets people killed. This isn't Stranger Things survival horror. This is desperation, and the longer you stay, the less human everyone becomes. But sometimes the real horror isn't outside your door. It's hiding in old videotapes. The show leans heavily into suspense, unanswered questions, and constant tension. Like Stranger Things, it thrives on mystery, fear of the unknown, and the feeling that the town itself is alive and dangerous. 4. Archive 81. A man is hired to restore damaged VHS tapes. Simple job, until he realizes the tapes are recordings of a woman being pulled into a cult. As he watches, she descends into rituals, blood sacrifices, and ceremonies meant to open doors that should stay closed. The more tapes he restores, the more reality around him starts to change. Sounds leak through walls. Hallways shift. The past starts responding to him. This show doesn't rely on jump scares. It suffocates you with dread. And once you understand what the cult actually worships, you'll realize the tapes were warnings. But what if the world ends not because of monsters, but because of broken people with powers? This psychological horror series follows an archivist restoring old tapes, only to uncover a cult, supernatural rituals, and a terrifying connection to the past. It's slower and creepier, but the mystery builds in a way that feels very familiar to Stranger Things fans. If you enjoy eerie atmosphere and uncovering hidden truths, this one is worth your time. 5. The Umbrella Academy. 7 children born on the same day, none of them normal. Raised by a man who treated them like weapons, not kids. They grow up traumatized, unstable, and dangerous. Time travel assassins hunt them. Apocalypses follow them. Siblings betray each other constantly. It's colorful, violent, tragic chaos. If 11 losing control scared you, wait until an entire family does. But what if the power doesn't come from abilities, What if it comes from dying? This show focuses on a dysfunctional family of superpowered siblings, reunites to prevent the end of the world. While it's more chaotic and comedic, it shares Stranger Things' love for found family, supernatural abilities, and apocalyptic stakes. It's weird, emotional, and wildly entertaining. 6. The Oa. A blind woman disappears for 7 years and returns with her sight restored. She claims she died multiple times, was imprisoned underground, experimented on alongside other captives. Together, they learned movements that opened doors between realities, but only through near-death experiences. Bones break, people drown, faith turns into obsession. You're never sure if she's insane or telling the most terrifying truth imaginable. And when the show finally pulls the curtain back, it leaves you questioning reality itself. But sometimes evil doesn't hide in dimensions. It hides in forests. The show blends science fiction, spirituality, and mystery in a deeply emotional way. If you liked Stranger Things for its emotional core and its sense of wonder, the Oa will hit hard. 7. Black Spot. In this town, crime rates are impossible. Disappearances are routine. Bodies turn up mutilated deep in the woods. Animals behave strangely. People lose time. The forest feels aware. The deeper investigators dig, the more the town resists. Witnesses lie, evidence vanishes, and something ancient protects itself. This is slow, creeping horror, the kind that tells you the land itself is hostile. But what if the evil isn't outside the house? What if it's built into it? This French mystery series is set in a remote town surrounded by a forest where crimes happen at an alarming rate. The atmosphere is dark, unsettling, and slowly reveals supernatural elements beneath realistic crime drama. It's perfect if you love small towns hiding very big secrets. 8. Lock and Key. A family moves into a house filled with keys that should never exist. One key lets demons walk among humans. Another lets you open your skull and remove memories. Another gives control over shadows that can kill. A shape-shifting entity hunts the children, manipulating, murdering, and possessing anyone in its way. Every key comes with a price, and the house always collects, but not all monsters hide in homes. Some hide in schools. While lighter in tone, the show mixes fantasy, mystery, and emotional family drama. If you enjoyed the younger cast and supernatural exploration in Stranger Things, this is an easy watch. 9. Fate, the Winx Saga. A darker reimagining of the classic Winx Club. This series follows teens discovering magical powers at a mysterious boarding school. It's more teen-focused but still delivers fantasy, danger, and secret worlds. Here, teen girls arrive at a magical school, but the magic is violent, unstable, and fueled by emotion. Powers spiral out of control. Bodies burn. Creatures born from rage stalk the woods. Friendships collapse under secrets and lies. Teachers hide truths that get students killed. Think Stranger Things meets magical academia. 10. The Haunting of Hill House. This horror masterpiece follows a family haunted by their childhood home, both literally and emotionally. It's terrifying, deeply emotional, and beautifully written. A family grows up in a house that consumes grief. Children see ghosts, bent-neck ladies, smiling corpses, figures that never move until you're alone. Years later, the house follows them. Time folds in on itself. Ghosts aren't always dead. Some are memories that refuse to let go. And when the truth of the house is revealed, it's devastating. If you love the emotional weight of Stranger Things mixed with horror, this is a must-watch. 11. Alice in Borderland. Tokyo empties overnight. The survivors are forced into games where losing means execution. Some die instantly. Others beg. Others break mentally before the killing blow. Friendships shatter. Morality erodes. Humanity becomes optional. Each game reveals something darker about the world and the people playing. After being transported to a deadly parallel world, players must survive twisted games to stay alive. The stakes are high, the world is brutal, and the mystery keeps unfolding. Like Stranger Things, it balances friendship, survival, and a strange alternate reality. 12. The Haunting of Bly Manor. This estate doesn't scare people, it traps them. Ghosts forget who they were. People repeat moments forever. Love becomes a prison. It's heartbreaking, unsettling, and quietly cruel. And when you understand the final sacrifice, it stays with you. This mini-series is more romantic and tragic than scary. Bly Manor explores love, loss, and ghosts that refuse to let go. It's slower, but emotionally powerful. If you enjoyed Stranger Things for its relationships and emotional depth, this one will resonate. 13. Dead Boy Detectives. In this series, two teenage boys die and choose not to move on. Instead, they investigate murders involving demons, curses, and vengeful spirits. Death isn't the end here. It's the beginning of something worse. Funny one moment, brutal the next. It's quirky, dark, and surprisingly heartfelt. If you like the supernatural mixed with humor and youth-driven storytelling, this fits perfectly. 14. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This is witchcraft without filters, blood rituals, demonic possession, human sacrifice. Friends die, hell opens. Satan isn't metaphorical, he's active. Choices always come with blood. This series is a darker, horror-filled take on the Sabrina story, involving witches, demons, and occult rituals. The show leans heavily into supernatural lore and dark themes. Fans of Stranger Things' darker seasons will feel right at home. 15. The Midnight Club. From the creators of The Haunting of Hill House, this series follows terminally ill teens who gather to tell scary stories. Until those stories start becoming real, it's emotional, mysterious, and quietly terrifying. Terminally ill teens promise each other one thing: whoever dies first must come back and prove the afterlife exists. They tell horror stories at midnight. Then reality starts copying the stories. People die unexpectedly. Ghosts appear where they shouldn't. Promises come due. A perfect pick if you enjoy storytelling layered with supernatural suspense. If Stranger Things pulled you into dark towns, twisted friendships, and terrifying secrets, these shows will drag you even deeper. Subscribe to What to Watch Next, because the scariest thing is not knowing what to watch next.